What's up guys, and welcome to another GTA video. I hope you guys enjoyed my free play videos from the past week. I do have a little bit of bad news. I don't know whether or not I will be posting at all next week. If I do, it would be unexpected. I have temporarily I'm going to be temporarily offline for the next couple of days. Something came up, so I won't be online next week to my knowledge. I'm not 100% positive, so this might be my last video. It'll definitely be the last one for this weekend, so I apologize in advance to you guys. But anyway, think about the past, the last DLC, or the Lowrider DLC that just came out. And I kind of wanted to do a video on what I have done with the cars available to us. And I wanted you guys to kind of see what I've done, and then I also wanted to talk to you guys about it. So, this is one of my cars. You can see it on screen right now. This is the Lowrider faction. Each one of my cars is different themed, has a theme to it. Like I've got a blue car, I've got a red car, I've got a green car, an orange car. Hold on, let me see. Green, blue, red, orange, black. This one, and I'm forgetting one. Purple car. Sorry about that. So let's go and head to my garage, and while we're on my way there, I'll talk a little bit about this DLC. So for those of you who don't know, this DLC, the gist of it was Lowriders, which allows you to customize cars driving around the world of Los Santos. So this is one of my cars, and I just passed my garage, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about how I feel about this DLC. All in all, I love this DLC. Now, with that being said, I think it's overpriced, and I'll get to that in a second. But all in all, I love this DLC. I like what they've done. I've always thought that the car customization options were not up to standard to what they could be and what they should be. And that was always my opinion of Los Santos Customs. I thought that there could have been a lot more available, but there wasn't. But anyway, with that being said, I did love the DLC. Granted, I do have one complaint. I mean, this wouldn't be a video or a good video if I didn't make a complaint about something, right? It was, in my opinion, a lot too expensive. So if you guys remember, I did a video where I predicted how much it's going to be based off of someone else's prediction. I was way off. I believe I told everyone that I was thinking somewhere around $2 million for the whole thing. And as you guys can see, you can easily spend $1 million per car. So I think roughly I spent about $10 million on this DLC, customizing absolutely everything that I could. So with that being said, I think that it was a little bit too overpriced. I mean, just to make it a custom car and get that custom tag at the end of your thing, as you can see in my bottom right hand corner, you can see that, you know, just to get that custom, that word custom at the end of the name of your car, it costs, you know, upwards from $300,000 to, you know, anywhere from, I think the cheapest was actually like 240 or something, up to like 430 was the most expensive. And the funny thing was, to make, so, you know, the cheaper the car was, the more expensive it was to customize, to make it a custom car. For example, the Chino, that's a $225,000 car, somewhere in there, I believe. And it was about that car. When cars like the Lowrider the Primo, those cars cost was about 400 to or pretty close to $500,000. So that alone was just really overpriced, and I think the Rockstar kind of overdid it with that. I was really hoping that this DLC was going to be a DLC for people who didn't have a whole lot of money, but I was wrong, and so I apologize for that prediction. It was based off of what I had seen in other DLCs and stuff like that. I got one thing right. I knew that the cars themselves would be pretty cheap, but everything else was going to be expensive. So, I was off on the price, but I was pretty much right on with everything else. Anyway, so that's kind of how I feel about the DLC. I like the 2 new weapons. I don't think the machine pistol is really as good as they made it sound in the trailer. And the reason being is it only holds, with an extended mag, only 20 bullets. And that's, with the extended mag. And, I don't think you can do a lot with 20 bullets because you have to reload. And anyway, I think they could have done a little bit better on that. But I know I could be wrong. But anyway, that's kind of my take on it. Now, I want to show you guys, I know I just did, but I'm going to do a big reveal anyway. My cars. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, which I definitely recommend you guys do that. That's where I take questions from you guys about me, or anything else like that. If you go to my channel, in the bottom right-hand corner of my channel art, there are links to my Twitch account, which is what I make my videos on, my Instagram account, my Twitter account. I'm working on making a Facebook account as well. And I also have a Vine account, so I have those links there. But anyway, so if you've been following me there, you've already seen my 2 steps of cars. So one, the first day I only customized 4, and then the second day I customized all 6, and I wanted to show them to you today, so here they are. Now this does include my Progen T20. It is one of 3 cars that I kept before this DLC. I get rid of all my other cars to pay for this one. I have my Bodhi, and unfortunately my freaking Elegy that I can't sell, which I hate. Anyway, but these are my custom cars. So let's start all the way back here, in the very back here. Let me jump in. So this is my custom the Class A Moonbeam. This one is my green themed car. So everything in it is green, as well as on the outside of it. So let me get out. For those of you who don't know, if you jump in your car, in your garage, and if you don't like tap anything, you won't pull out. And then you should be able to do this and open up all the doors. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Hold on, it opened the ones to my other car. I think I have to do it this way. I have to get in the car and then do it. That makes no sense. Alright, let me just pull out of my garage. I don't know why that's not working. It worked the last time I did it, but maybe I don't know. But anyway, so this is the Class A Moonbeam. So I didn't put the sound on it because I didn't really think it was a really good lowrider type of car. I mean, I know it's a lowrider, but I didn't really see it to be. That's one of my friends there. I don't know why he's following me, but he is. So let me. I hope he doesn't mess with my car. Hold on. Let me do something real quick and put it on no one, so he can't get in there. So this is it. Now I didn't put the what is called hold on, there's this guy chasing me. Sorry about that. Why are they? I can't do anything. Damn. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. This is kind of unexpected. Kill the other guy. Thank you. Alright, anyway. Let me get back to what I was doing. So, I didn't think it was a really good lowrider, so I didn't put the Liberty City horn on it. I only did that with my other cars. But this is it. I gotta reopen up that back there. There we go. So, this is it. So now that I've shown you the first car, let me show you the engine. I didn't really do much with the engine because this car you just don't pay attention to the engine. In my opinion, you pay attention to the speakers in the door and the speakers in the back. So let me do one more thing. And they're shooting my window, assholes. Let me do this and cut on the engine. I like lab. See, this is the loudest car, I believe, because it's got the biggest speakers on the doors and on the back. I do have full hydraulics in it, because, you know, the full hydraulics are the best. I know if you can't afford them, they're like $200,000, so I understand people don't afford them, but I can, so I do. So, this isn't really the best car for hydraulics. I mean, it works, but it doesn't do as well as the other cars. I mean, it does okay, but not as good as some of the others. Okay, so now let's move on to my next car, and I'll pull into the garage here. Okay, so my next car, when I load, this is taking a while to load. It's weird. There we go. So my next car is the Class A, or excuse me, the isn't a Vapid. This is, I'm sorry, that's pathetic. I can't think of the name of it. Hold on, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, the Class A Voodoo. I have the Vapid on the front, but I'll change it. So this is my Class A Voodoo. Now this is probably my favorite car because of its really cool design. Its engine sound is pretty good. Almost all the engine sounds on all the cars are pretty good. So this is the blue themed car. Everything is blue, just the same as my other car. It's got pretty good sound system. Let me turn that on for you. It's not as good as the last car. This car is really good in hydraulics. It's not the best in hydraulics. And I'll show you the best in my opinion with hydraulics. But the engine looks really cool with the livery or livery on the side. Now the blue tires really go good with this, and that's why I kind of like this car because even the tires can match the blue theme. I really like the livery on it. This is the last one, and I believe the most expensive one. Now let me show you the interior. So I have, this is the first car I actually customized. So I have my Black Grim Reaper and my my Army Skeleton. So I like this car because of its vintage style dashboard. I think that's really cool. And the hydraulics, I'll show them to you, they're decent. They're not the best. And I'll show you the best hydraulics. So this is my Class A Voodoo. My friends were sending me messages and stuff. So now let me show you my next car. Whew. Okay, so my next car is my Vapid Chino. Now the Vapid Chino is the most expensive car at first. So base price 225, I believe. And so that makes it the most expensive car to buy up front. But it, I believe, is the least expensive to make a custom car. Engine sounds pretty good, like all the other cars. Let me show you the interior first. So everything's red. This is my red car. I have my red mariachi, my pistol, my revolver magazine type thing, and as my shifter, a kind of a classic steering wheel, red dials. This is the crocodile skin seating. So let me jump out and show you. So I have the Vagos placard on this. This is my Vagos car, I guess. I know Vagos are green, but I wanted this to be the red one because it's the most expensive, and red is my favorite color. Um, so pretty good engine. Pretty good engine. It looks pretty cool with its livery on the side of it. I went with this livery instead of the one that covers the whole car because I wanted the red to really pop out on this one. Whereas on that blue car, the reason I made the Voodoo blue was so that the blue would match the livery and so that blue would pop. I use the same tires on almost all my cars. Same thing with the tire with the red, so it kind of matches it. So this is why the red and the blue are my red car, my blue car, and my black and gray kind of whitish car are my favorite because the cars, the wheels, really match that tire, and that's really cool. So that is my Vapidchino. Let me show you the hydraulics on it real quick. Oh, wrong one. Pretty good. The only problem with it is because it's so low, the back hits the ground really easily. Most of them do that, but this one is just exceptionally that way because it's so close to the ground. I need to put the Liberty City horn on it. I'm going to, but at the time I didn't have the money to do it, so I'm going to do that. I just haven't had the chance to. Now let's move on to my Albany Buccaneer. Now this is probably my second favorite car. Voodoo's my favorite. This is probably my second favorite car because it just looks really cool with its livery and the purple. And because this is the car, in my opinion, that has the best hydraulic jump. Some of you may disagree, and also it's the only car that I have without a top on, which allows me to do that hand thing on the side, which that just makes it look like you're just that much more of a badass. I'll show you the inside in a minute, although you can pretty much see it. And so the lights in the back with the neon speakers, those are really cool. The hydraulic system is amazing. The front, that looks pretty cool. I have that one chromed out instead of putting the livery. Although the livery looks really cool in this car. The other one that a lot of people like is the flames that roll on the side in the front. The reason I didn't do that is because I didn't think it really matched the purple very well, or as well as this does. Let me show you the interior here. So I have my Grim Reaper again and my 8-ball as my shifter. I can't remember what. I believe I used the luxury interior leather style, but I can't exactly remember. I don't know what my friend is doing here. Sorry about that. I have my Los Santos plaque in the back and speakers in the back as well. So that's really it for the Albany Buccaneer. I will show you the hydraulic system, and you guys can tell me whether or not you believe it is the best as well. It's kind of an opinion thing. A lot of people think it isn't. A lot of people think it does. I think it does. I think that's a really good jump on it. And I'll show you the just the straight up. I think that's got the best hydraulic jump in it. I don't know, you guys may disagree. If you do, please tell me which one you think is the biggest one in the comment section below. That'll be my question of the day. So let's head into my garage to see my next car. So that's my fourth. We have two more to show you, and then I'm gonna be done with this video. But let's check out my next one. Now my next one, I personally, it's probably my least favorite out of all the cars. Even though it is one of two four-door cars, so you have the Moonbeam, that's one of the four-door cars, and the Albany Primo, that is another one of the four-door cars. And I'll tell you why I don't like it. I chose to make it the orange car, just because it was just something that popped into my head. I do like the glass engine, though with the tint on it, it does make it kind of hard to see. It still looks pretty cool. I like the livery on it, but the reason I don't like it above all the other cars, is because it doesn't match that badass type of feeling. It just is a sedan, in all honesty, and it in my opinion, just isn't as good as some of the other cars. Now, one of the downsides to having tinted windows is that it's hard to see some of the placards and things, plaques in the back and stuff like that. Let me show you the interior. So the interior, I do like the speakers on the side of the door. I'll show you those better when I open up the doors. The orange really does pop with the car, and that's why I chose the orange with this particular car. Like I said, I don't like it because it's a sedan, and it doesn't look as cool and as sleek as all the other cars. Don't get me wrong, it's still a good car, and I know a lot of people would love it above some of the other cars. I just personally don't. So let me open up the doors for you guys. So the engine, let me show you the engine first. The engine looks pretty cool. It doesn't have any glow on it, so I just think it's hard to see. So, I personally like the back. I like the speakers in the back. I like the hydraulic look. I like the speakers on the doors too. They look really, really cool. They kind of pop out, and you can see them really well. So let me jump back in my car here. Okay, so let me take you to my final and I would say probably my fourth place favorite, and I'll give you that list. I'll actually rank them for you. I didn't do them with all the cars, but so my fourth favorite is the Lowrider faction. Now the Lowrider faction is special in a way, as it is the only lowrider that is returning from GTA 4. I know a lot of people thought GTA 4 was one of the best GTA games. A lot of people said the Vice City was the best. I played a little bit of GTA 4. I never played Vice City. I wasn't a major gamer then. I was on things like the Wii, and I believe that at the time I was playing a GameCube. But let me show you my interior on this one. I have the black and white dice as my shifter and the mariachi, black mariachi guy. I have Benny's placard in the back. And I went with a zebra print with mine. I thought it looked really cool. I thought it went with the car, the car itself. That's why I also went with the dice, because I wanted kind of a black and white thing, but at the same time, with white you can't see the gold outline, so I had to go with a little bit like a grayish. I believe it's actually called light gray. So that you could really see that gold outline there. But it's kind of the black and white car. Excuse me. I'm still getting over my cold, or I guess it was just a virus or whatever. Um, the back doesn't have any neon on it, which I think is kind of disappointing. I believe there is an option for it, but I didn't buy it. Maybe I just didn't have the money. I can't remember. I haven't checked it in a while. I haven't been online all week. So there's the kind of the white light, white glow light. That's the original one when you first buy the neon kit underneath. It's the one that actually pops up. So I left it with that to give it that white, black and white thing. So that's all my cars. And let me, like I said I was gonna do, I will give you guys a list, but I'll show you them at the same time I do that. I do like now out of all of the cars, this car in my opinion has the best engine sound. So let me stop talking for a second. Let me turn off my radio, it's easier to hear. I just think that engine sound is so cool. I love it. It sounds like the Lowrider type of engine. Almost all of the engines have that really good engine sound. This one, in my opinion, just has the best. So yeah. Now let me rank them for you. I didn't show you the hydraulic systems on those last two cars. They're pretty much the same all the way through. They're about the same as the Chino. Actually, they're about the same as the Moonbeam. The Primo is about the same as the Moonbeam, and this one's about the same as the Chino. So let me rank them from the highest. So this is the Voodoo is my favorite. Second place is the Chino, then the Moonbeam, and then the this is where I'm torn because I like this car. But I'm actually going to place this one in fourth place. This will be my fifth place car, and this is my last place car. And that's specific to the Lowrider DLC. My number one favorite car out of all is my Progen T20. That'll never change. I love this car. It's a good car. Out of all the sports cars, I think this one is the best. It is the most expensive car in the entire game. Actually, I don't know about that. It's probably the most expensive. It's definitely the most expensive base price. But with all of these new upgrades and stuff, if you were to fully upgrade one of these cars, like the Voodoo here, you'd probably spend close to $1 million on just customization. And that's the same for all the cars. But anyway. So that is my Lowrider, my opinion on the Lowrider DLC, and as well as what I've done with my garage. So this is my post Lowrider DLC updated garage. I only have I have another like a separate garage, 10-car garage that I keep my body and my Elegant, and then I have a garage in not San Andreas, Blaine County. It's actually a house that I have there in case I'm ever over there and I need to escape an enemy or whatever. But anyway, that's really it for today's video. Like I said earlier, I don't know whether or not I'm going to be posting videos this week. Actually, now that I said that, I'm going to take that back. I will be at least posting one video this week. I'm going to be making an unboxing video. The Elite controller will be shipped to my house sometime next week. It releases Tuesday, and I get it within 3 to 5 business days of that. So I will be seeing, once I get that, I will be making a video as soon as possible, an unboxing video. I won't even open it until I set up the recorder and everything, and I will show it to you guys. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash that like button real good and subscribe. It would really help me out. I'm starting out new and I'm getting into this whole YouTubing thing. Like I said, I am getting over my sickness, so I apologize for these how bad I sounded in my last video. I know if you guys didn't hear me very well, I'm sorry about that. I don't get sick very often, so hopefully that'll be a one-time thing, and I am feeling a little bit better. I was out from school all week, so I got a lot of work to make up when I get back on Monday. But anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed, and video. Thanks, guys.